However, I think that also starts the Pomodoro timer. So that's annoying, but I can just reset that later. Okay. Which means I'll be fine. Okay. I think we're okay. So, if I'm right, this should go to add soon. I'll mute myself. Okay, apparently we're done with the ad. I don't know what happened there, but all right, that works, I guess. Oh, and I'm hearing myself on my phone. Okay, there we go. Welcome, good morning, rewinders, Mageneers, Fire Guard, everyone who is a part of the Fire Joy Studio I was trying to think of like not a network, but like a group of people. I was trying to think of a word that started with an S to go with studios, but it doesn't matter. My name is Francisco. This morning we're going to be first reading Proverbs 5 because today's the 5th of February. Hey, Poetically Christian Gamer Derek. And then we're going to be, it's just going to be a jam-packed thrill ride of me editing the podcast from a couple days ago. So buckle up. I don't know. I have no idea if this will be interesting to anyone or not. There is not that much visual to it. It's mainly me listening through. There at the beginning, there is a portion of it where I'm going to be trying to do some where I sweeten the audio for all the different guests and me and Paul. And so that might be somewhat interesting to see that process. But after that, it's just me like finding the start point. Oh, I need to put in audio and it's just me editing. So you can see what my process is like. Anyway, Derek says, or Politically Christian says, not politically, poetically, wow. Says, God bless my friend. How did the conference go? The convention? It wasn't a conference, it's a convention. It went, Saturday was really good. Lots of people demoed the game, demoed JUNKYARD JUGGERNAUTS, but on Sunday it was dead. It doesn't help that we were in a room, we were in a building that was across the parking lot from the main sort of hubbub hall that the gaming was taking place in. And this is the first year it was like that. Previously, demos were set up in the main hall, but because attendance doubled pretty much over last year, there wasn't space for that. So they moved us into an annex. And Saturday, I was thinking it was just going to be dead bolted, but Saturday was pretty good. But then Sunday, yeah, it was just not so great. But let's begin with prayer, and then we'll get going. Lord God, thank you for this day. Please bring blessing to me and everyone who's here. Thank you for this opportunity to get to read through your word and help us to understand you more deeply each day. Amen. All right, warning against adultery. This is Proverbs 5, and I'm reading the ESV version. My son, be attentive to my wisdom. Incline your ear to my understanding, that you may keep discretion, and your lips may guard knowledge. For the lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death, her steps follow the path to Sheol. She does not ponder the path of life. Her ways wander, and she does not know it. And now, O sons, listen to me, and do not depart from the words of my mouth. Keep your way far from her, and do not go near the door of her house, lest you give your honor to others, and your years to the merciless, lest strangers take their fill of your strength, and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. And at the end of your life you groan, and your flesh and body are consumed, and you say, How I hated discipline, and my heart despised reproof. I did not listen to the voice of my teachers or incline my ear to my instructors. I am at the brink of utter ruin in the assembled congregation. Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Should your springs be scattered abroad, streams of water in the streets? Let them be for yourself alone, and for your and not for strangers with you. Let your fountain be blessed, and rejoice in the wife of your youth, a lovely deer, a graceful doe. Let her breast fill you at all times with delight. Be intoxicated always in her love. Why should you be intoxicated, my son, with a forbidden woman, and embrace the bosom of an adulteress? For a man's ways are before the eyes of the Lord, and he ponders all his paths. The iniquities of the wicked ensnare him, and he is held fast in the cords of his sin. He dies for lack of discipleship, and because of this great folly he is. And because of this great folly, he is led astray. Amen, amen. All right, guys. So here goes the editing. So typically what I do when I edit the podcast is I solo one track at a time. I do a removal of the floor noise. That's why if you're ever watching live, I do this 5-second thing that Paul likes to interrupt with some sound clip. But I do 5 seconds to remove the floor noise. I already did it for my track, which I'm working on now. It looks like this after I remove it. So that's essentially when I'm quiet. you won't hear anything on my track. It just sort of mutes it. When I'm talking, you technically could hear the floor noise, but because I'm talking, you don't notice it. And that's the same for every track. So that's removing the floor noise. But right now, what I'm about to do is there's certain not pitches, but certain ranges of certain frequencies where when I'm talking, there's almost, I don't know if it's the bounce in the walls or what have you, but there's added resonance that can detract. It can make the overall sound more muddy. So I'm removing those elements. So that's what I'm about to do. So things might get really loud at certain pitches, and it might sound strange. But I'll tell you what I'm listening for here in a second. But Poetically Christian says, if only Solomon would have heeded the advice of his virtuous mother, he could have avoided falling away from the Lord. Amen. Indeed. Yeah, that is so true. Poetically Christian. Okay, so I'm just going to listen to me talking. I am right there talking. So, but just so I can see this element, you're not going to see the video. So let's start this. And you should be able to hear this. I'm going to double check here. Let's see. Okay. No. I see some here. So Paul said first. So I start with a high frequency. Paul says, click yes, on it. Brooke says, oh dear, I hope not. Well, where are you? Yes. Oh, here, dear, I hope. Interesting. It's not showing me the thing I need. Oh, there we go. I needed this stuff down here. Oh, okay. So that's my so fault. Click on this. I make the gain really high. For not knowing. And now I'm moving the frequency to to listen for a part where I'm saying that, but where it sounds like there's more buzzing around my voice. Salmon. Okay, thanks. I don't know if that's an old thing or a new thing. Like this part right here. I hope not this guy. So 3.31. The Fisca, yeah, okay. All right. So we did that. We went live already. 2.73. I think 2.73 is a good section. So now I'm going to drop the audio from loud and essentially not completely remove it, but drop it down to negative 12 dB. So it's a lot more reduced. Okay, gotcha. But it's okay, Paul. Now we'll do that with some other frequencies. Would you pray for us, please, Paul? Okay, well, that's not going to help when I'm not talking. I need to get to a point where I'm talking a lot. So we'll look for, okay, this part I'm talking quite a bit. No, that's the... He's in it, but I don't know if it's... Okay, here we go. I'm like, that's the ad or the commercial. That doesn't help. For me, so now we're going to move this frequency. I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. And there's like one right here. Same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it at the end? Okay. Yeah, so I've seen now Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon. Only little clips, like riff tracks. Has one of his other films this is what I'm that they reduce. Do a riff on. I forget. I don't know. I'll try finding one in the lower frequency. Maybe it's a Bruce exploitation. He's in it, but I don't know if it's clips from other movies put together or something. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I've seen 2 of his official movies. But because I'd never seen this, I think this is one where I'm going to also reduce right there. I've seen I always saw the mirrors. Now, I could do a lot more than that, but I worry that if because I'm sure there's lots of peaks in here where there's that extra resonance. But I've just made it a matter of course that I only ever do 3 because I fear if I just go to town, I'd make the voice sound a lot different than the natural speaking voice. So I limit it to about 3 places where I feel like it's the most worst. Where's the worstest? Most worse, I think, is the word I'm going for. So we got those 3. Now, one other thing I do for this visual or parametric graphic equalization, for male voices, I will go to, I have this one spot for 200 hertz. This is just something that someone else told me. So I haven't, it seems fine. It doesn't seem to make or break anything, but they seem to know what they were talking about. So I'm just going with it. So at 200 hertz, to make the voice of the speaker sound warmer, for male voices, you can increase the 200 hertz gain, and so I usually up that to about 4 decibels. So it usually just goes to 339. I wish I could type it in, but it doesn't let me. And then I take out, then I do this AGC thing, which essentially, when I drop these three frequencies, it does lower the overall volume. And when I raise this to 100 frequency, it increases the overall volume. So this AGC mitigates that. So I also do that so it sort of like normalizes and it doesn't increase it there, decrease it. Those frequencies are still warmer and reduced, but the overall volume gain isn't increased or decreased. Okay. Then finally, what I do is I add something called a mic polish, where that essentially what it does is it splits the audio into three sort of different bands. There, I have a low frequency band, a mid frequency band, and a high frequency band, and I add compression that I've sort of just settled on liking to each one of those frequencies, and then I join them again at the end. So that's what this band joiner is. So that after I put these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 effects on a track, I can consider it done, and I mark the track as green. So just like that. Then we'll save, and we can listen here for a bit to what it sounds like me talking. Let's go back. Oh wait, okay, yeah. To me talking with and without. I don't know how much of a difference you'll hear. You may hear no difference, but we'll listen to it here for a little bit. So this is with it.
Bruce Lee slaps a student for paying attention to his finger before taking a boat to fight.
Oh, something I also forgot is I add in these other bunch of effects to all the tracks. This is sort of like to the main track that gives a pseudo stereo sound to everything. So now this is what it's going to sound like with the effects for this track.
Bruce Lee slaps a student for paying attention to his finger before taking a boat to fight. Bruce.
Wow, way to start there, Francisco. Let's try one of these other sections where I'm talking more naturally, not the memory mind meld. And then I did see your comment, Derek. I will read it here in 1 second.
At the end.
Okay.
I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it at the end? Okay. Yeah. So I've seen now Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon. Only little clips, like riff tracks, has one of his other films that.
Okay. So that's with the effects on. Now this is with it off.
I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it at the end? Okay. Yeah.
And here it is again with the effects on. Whoa, turn on.
I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it at the end?
There is a difference. It's subtle, but there is a difference. The one without, I think, sounds a little bit more tinny than the other. So that's for me. And also there is an element of, I think it may sound different to you guys because it's coming through meld, and that will change things. So sorry, that's not a perfect one-to-one. Poetically Christian says, gives it that podcast sound. I love it. Oh, okay, awesome. All right, so now I'm done with mine. I'm curious. I haven't done this, but I'm curious if I go back to this and I don't have this on, what does it sound like?
I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it at the end? Okay. Yeah.
And I'm going to have this just loop.
Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon. Only little clips, like riff
just
tracks,
that amount.
Chuck Norris.
So now this will loop because I turned on looping for this section.
It's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen two Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with?
So I am noticing some extra resonance in one spot. So I'm going to actually move this one over some and see if it mitigates that, because, well, I'll add one more here. And I know I just said I don't want to add another one because it'll be too different. But I am noticing something extra, and I don't know if that's because I'm going through the podcast, going through the section here or what, but we're going to try this and see what happens. Okay, so play again.
With Chuck Norris in it. I have only seen two Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen two Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen two Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it? I have only seen two Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same one
We're gonna go with that.
You've seen,
I don't
Paul.
need this one.
Way of
Can
the
delete
Dragon,
that.
the one with Chuck Norris in it. I have only seen
Delete.
two Bruce
I
Lee
don't
movies.
need you.
I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul.
Okay.
Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it?
All right.
I have only seen.
So we're good
two
with
Bruce Lee
my
movies.
track.
I believe it's the same ones you've seen.
Now
Paul.
pause. Now I need to go back and find. So I had the whole 5-second section, but then I moved this to repeat it. So now I need to go back and find where that 5 seconds was. It's toward the beginning here. I think it's no, not right there. Where are you?
Would you pray for us, please, Paul?
It's after prayer. I'm going to unsilence this all.
Podcasting
Guy.
Oh, you're going to change stations. You want? Did you submit the
No,
paper live already?
that's not where it's at.
Okay, guys. I hope not to the Fisca. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, where is this?
Okay. So that's my.
Where is the 5 seconds of silence?
Or ambient room
Oh,
noise.
here we go,
So
here
I
we
can
go.
remove it later. So we're going to start that now.
And then Paul does his silly Spaceballs thing.
Here you go, Francisco. I helped with the counting.
Yeah, thanks for that, Paul. Really, really helpful. Okay, let's see. Okay, gonna go there. Now we're gonna just solo Paul's track. We're going to look at his effects. And now here's where we're gonna remove his floor noise. So we set this FFT size to 1024 because I've been told that's a good place to put it. We're going to change mode to subtract. We're going to set automatically build noise profile, enable during noise. So now we have it looping through this section right here where I do the 5 seconds. I'm gonna play just Paul's track, or FX track for Paul. And now this is going to build the noise profile for Paul. Paul doesn't usually have much noise. I'm usually the one that has the most sort of ambient floor noise, but we'll see what Paul has here. Yeah, just, whoa, something happened there. That's surprising. But, okay. I guess that's what it is. I don't know what he was doing here, because usually it's not that much for Paul. Poetically Christian says, do you have to correct this piece by piece, or once you find settings, you apply it to your track throughout the podcast? I mean, so those settings I was doing before, that's for the whole podcast. I'm not going to adjust that after this is sort of the initial part I have to do to sweeten the overall audio tracks. And then I go back through and do the actual editing of like, okay, this is an edit mode, take that out. This is the actual start. I'm going to use the actual a clean version of the intro, because sometimes when I just play it through the computer for the stream purposes, it doesn't sound as good. So that stuff I do after this. I am very curious. I'm going to pause it. What what did I hear, or what sound was Paul making here? Okay, let me do this. Okay, this is going to be, I want to turn this one off. Yeah, that's the one I'm working on. And I'm going to listen to what noise Paul's making here. Okay, he's fiddling with something. So that actually isn't a good sort of a good take for no ambient noise. Maybe I should start saying don't move around. Now he's eating here, I think. Yeah, that's him eating, which again, that's not really the type of ambient noise I want to remove. This seems like a better place. So we're going to do it here. It should be mostly quiet, but we'll do that here. Okay, so let's redo this.
My name ain't Roy.
Thanks, John. Yeah, and you can see Paul barely has any floor noise. Yeah, nothing's even coming up. Wait. What's going on? It should be building something, but it's not, and I'm seeing noise on this. Yeah, like right here, there should be something that hits. Okay, that something's wrong. Hold on. Let me turn this off. Oh, it's off. No wonder. I need to turn it back on. My goodness, Francisco. Okay, here we go. Wow. How are you doing today, John? Welcome. Yeah, I know. What's going on, Francisco? You say you podcast? I don't know about that. Poetically Christian says hi to John. Yeah, that's another. Paul's messing with stuff. Don't want to really include that part. So let's retake this right here. My goodness. Try this one more time. Okay, this is much more like what I'm accustomed to for Paul in terms of I know it might be hard to see, but it's this like low red line at the lower frequencies and then a little blips on the higher ones. Let's see. John says hi to Christian. I'm doing well. Good. Yeah, today we're just editing the podcast I did on Tuesday. We're starting off by sweetening the audio, and then what's your style? My style? My style of what, Paul? Okay, so we're going to pause that there and then stop automatically building it. Now we're going to go to a section where Paul's talking so I can make sure that this doesn't totally make the audio whack.
Was actually created. This movie was written for not Jackie Chan, but Bruce Lee, because this was his vehicle to actually enter the whole world. He was getting popular. You know, he had been in the U.S. Hey, this is my time to talk. Stop being the.
Oh my gosh, Paul. All right, so now I'm going to do what I was doing with my audio with Paul's audio, where I look for the sort of frequencies where there's way more resonance or audio, not echo, but just more resonance to the voice because of the bounce against. Echo, stop. Not that echo. Let's see. Poetically says, hello and blessed wishes, Paul. Paul says, the answer is my cell is without, fighting without fighting. Oh, you're doing the movie. Okay. And Paul says, same to you, Poetically Christian. All right, so let's go back to this. Yes, podcasting without podcasting. That's right.
Was actually created. This movie was written for not Jackie Chan, but Bruce Lee, because this was his vehicle to actually enter the whole world. He was getting popular. You know, he had been in the U.S. Hey, this is my time to talk. Stop
so
being
this
the
is one section
here, okay? All right,
and it does get loud when I do this.
So Bruce Lee had been kind of
move this down.
Popular around the world. He would show up in art houses here in the U.S. and such.
I'm looking for places down here where it peaks already.
Worldwide, and since he liked his Chinese nickname,
so I think right there.
Li Shuanglong, which means little dragon, he had the title of this movie changed from Blood and Steel to Enter the Dragon, which was released August 19th, 1973. Sadly, just about a month after he tragically passed away.
I hate that so much. And then I'll increase this one. And now I'm going to go back to start that again.
Was actually created. This movie was written for not Jackie Chan, but Bruce Lee, because this was his vehicle to actually enter the whole world. He was getting popular. You know, he had been in the U.S. Hey, this is my time to talk. Stop being the master interrupter here, okay?
Yeah, we'll do right there. Lower that one.
All right, it's my turn.
And now we'll increase this one to
kind of getting popular around the world. He would show up in art houses here in the U.S. and such.
And now we'll add that mic polish.
This was his first movie to be released worldwide, and since he liked
All right.
his
And now pause is done.
Chinese nickname Li Shuanglong,
Color.
which means little dragon, he had the title of this movie changed from Blood and Steel.
So I didn't hear that dun 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 because we were supposed to go to break. So let me do that here. So let me make sure I can get this right. So if I click this, it should. Okay, now we swap. No, what are you? Oh my gosh, it shouldn't. These Pomodoros are killing me. It's set up correctly. I don't know what the deal is. Let me look at the actions here. Pomodoro, what are you set to? Okay. Focus state is currently set to true. Okay, so all right, fine. It's set to true. All right, we'll go through and it's set to true. So we'll go through and do this. And hopefully it sets it to false. So we'll just say, yeah, go. We'll wait for this focus time to be, we'll just keep going. We'll work 50 minutes. It's okay. Slave driver Pomodoro. And then when it gets to the end, it should have set this focus state to false, which I will check when it gets there. And then I will hit it again and it should flip and toggle the focus time off and go to break time. So anyway, not that you guys care about that, but there you go. Paul says, that's a bold strategy, Retro. Let's see how it pays off for you. I think it works out for you, but yes. Sounds good, sir. Thank you, John. Poetically says, got a question for you, Francisco. So we recently have attached memes to different things on Twitch. Do you ever get copyrighted later on YouTube because of them? No, I've never gotten. I think that is so common. And because that's essentially my perspective on that is it's fair use because you're using it as you're not so much transforming that work, but you're using it for commentary or discussion or satire. I imagine that's what you're using them for. I've never gotten a copyright on anything like that. I did get the podcast wasn't able to be played in Russia because of a song, not the whole podcast, just one episode because of, I think is for Home Alone or an episode around that time because we used some John Williams or something, I guess, in the trailer or what have you. I don't know. But so Russia, it was not available to Russia on YouTube. You could still download it on a podcatcher just fine. And then a long time ago, Facebook had some issue with an episode, or no, maybe it was a stream I did. I forget. There's something someone claimed this was their property. I'm like, I'm not going to fight this. I don't care that much. So that stream was taken down. But I've never got anything for memes. I wouldn't play anything past like 30 seconds. It would be a bit just a bit much. I feel okay playing a bit more of the songs sort of underneath in this just because usually it's in a section where we're commentating on the song. It's almost like a mini review of the music. So because no one's gonna let me listen to this part over and over again as Paul or Francisco or whoever talks over the actual song I'm trying to listen to. I don't think that would be something that impinges on the rights of the song holders. Hopefully that answers your question poetically. Okay, so back to this. We finished with Paul here. And Paul, I don't know if you can answer this. On Wave Room, yours was the only one that came through as stereo instead of mono. Do you have any idea why that might be? Because I would love to have mine be stereo, but actually, let me look. Maybe if I go to Wave Room, I get that option. Let's see. Wave Room. Go back. All rooms. No, I don't need help with my camera. Thanks for that, though. Windows 11. And let's just say I set up a new room. Yeah, allow access. Yes, allow access to my microphone. Ugh. Yes, something else might be using it. It doesn't matter. Devices. Wave room. I am really close to just doing something else instead of you. Okay. Camera, microphone, sure. All right. Reload. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, Realtek Audio 2. Maybe because that's a Oh, I think it's just a mono input. I think that's what it is. And yours is a stereo input. I think it's just a matter of that, as opposed to yeah, because of how I have it set up, so that you guys in the podcast when we're recording can hear me and hear lots of other things. It's just going to be mono. So I think that's why. Let's see. Poetically says, yes, thank you so much. I got copyright for playing Lego Jurassic Park because it plays the snippet of the voice actor voices from the movie. Oh my goodness. Really? Is that cheese? Is that just on YouTube or was that on Twitch too? Because seriously, if it's in the game, what do you want? Oh, golly sakes. That's frustrating, poetically. But man. And that is part of the voice actors movies. Did you take a clip from the movie and put it in, or that just is in the game itself? Yeah, that was on YouTube, and I have turned the music completely off. Don't know what else to do but mute the whole game. Well, if you want it, there is a way in Meld, and I know you use something else. In Meld, you are able to have essentially a video on demand track where you can say, okay, only for the YouTube or future the video on demand version, I only want this audio to play there. For the live version, I can have like all the audio, but so that would be one possible way to get around it. But I don't know I think you use Lightroom. Lightroom is not the name of it. Light Studio? I forget what it is, but I don't know if they have that capacity, but you could look at different audio options if they might have that as an option. Okay. All right, let's continue with this. Now we finished Paul. Now we're going to go to Bobo. So we have to go back to the section that's quiet. If I can find it, unmute that. Okay, here's my 5 seconds. Okay, so we're going to solo Bobo. This looks like a good spot right here. I do hear some like movement, but hopefully it's going to be okay. Let's see. Let's look. Yeah, there's some right there. What is this? I don't think that's going to be worth it. Okay, so we'll do this section right here. Okay, so we'll open the effects for it. And then we're on loop. We're going to set this to 1024, subtract, automatically build, and we'll listen to this section. Okay, good. I feel like this is a good section. You should have this sort of, the lowest frequencies are the things that are going to be highest, and it sort of tails off in the slope like this. So this is good. All right, we're going to pause that. We're going to turn this off and make sure it doesn't totally wreck how Bobo sounds. So we'll go over here to about right here and listen.
Do it live. First Light is, so I have a lot of experience in martial arts myself.
So I lowered it some because I was noticing it is taking away from the quality of his voice. So now I'll go here, turn this down. Let me look for the highest peaks.
And Bruce doesn't really want to share anything. He just says it's the art of fighting without fighting.
I mean, right there seems good.
Nah, maybe later. And the guy kind of indicates like he's not going to let him
here.
Go without showing it. So Bruce is like, okay, fair enough. We don't have enough room here,
think
though.
about right
Why don't
here.
we go to that island over there?
Or here. Oh no, we'll go right here.
To go
okay, so we'll try this one.
Boat, the smaller boat off of the main boat. And he goes out there on his own first, and then Bruce just kind of unties the thing and threatens to let go of the rope. So the guy's just going to drift off in the sea or wherever. And I thought that's such a great example of
that's good.
Dodging the incoming
attack. There. I'm just sort of listening for what I think is going to probably be reduce the most. Oh yeah, this is a good plot.
I'm in big trouble. I should not have been so aggressive.
There's all that that you might hear. That's the part we're trying. That's why we're reducing these volumes.
He doesn't need to be the aggressor. He's just going to let people stupidly come at him, and then he will
I'll
deflect
do
them
this
away.
one.
And I thought it's also a very funny scene and kind of a it's also nice because the New Zealander was being a jerk to the people working on the boat, and then Bruce handed the rope over to them to let them control how much this guy was going to be tortured for a while. So yeah, that scene was particularly fun this time around.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the beginning of that.
So Alive is so I don't have a lot of experience with martial arts myself. I practice Tai Chi.
Yeah, I think this is good right there.
I really liked.
Then increase this by
scene
to
where the
4
New Zealander, when they're
decibels.
all on the boat together,
G.
traveling to the tournament. The New Zealander
Add
is
the
talking to
mic
Bruce
polish.
and trying to learn what his form of fighting is. And Bruce
All right,
doesn't really want to hear
and
anything. He just says it's the art of
Bobo
fighting
is
without
done.
fighting.
Now we go to track color, green. Oh yeah, so you guys can see I'm just saying it to green right there. And it's just one of the greens that I picked as like, oh, I like that green. It really doesn't mean anything other than to indicate to me, oh, this one's done. This one's not done. And now I'm going to look at Discord, and of course it's over there. So we'll go over here. Okay. Let's see, what's this? What is this? What is this? I'm a little confused. What's happening in the closure box, but that's okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm just checking on Discord stuff, guys. Poetically says that was impressive how you're cleaning that up. Awesome, thank you. I mean, it's not apparent when you're just listening and before you raise the peaks, but it just helps the overall audio quality be cleaner, and it's just more. You're able to, I think, understand what people are saying a bit easier when you do that type of cleanup. It's not meant to make it sound drastically different, but most of what you're going to achieve in terms of quality happens when you're recording with the equipment you're recording with with the mic. What's it called? Not mic presentation, mic, not presence, mic discipline, I guess, that you have. So a common thing is if you're having a more professional grade microphone, like a dynamic. I use dynamic. If you're using condenser, okay, probably modern day condenser microphones are probably not as bad as they used to be, where condensers are very sensitive. The coils inside them are very sensitive, so they pick up a lot of ambient noise, but they pick up really good, the full range of a human voice frequency. This is my understanding. I'm not an audio engineer or anything. My understanding is it picks up a wider range, but because of that, if you're in a bad environment, you're going to pick up a lot of floor noise. Versus a dynamic, you have to be close to it, and you have to have the gain up to get a sound that's closer to a condenser can pick up. And part of that is being about 4 fingers away from the mic, not talking right into it like this. I mean, I guess you could do that. This is a bit more NPR style, but then you also have to worry about plosives, which I have this windscreen on. So if I go like, whoa, whereas if I go, whoa, there's a bit more. Let's see, what's something that makes a sh sound? Shoryuken. It takes the edge off that sh, that sh. Having the windscreen on it, and a pop filter. This doesn't help so much with plosives, but plosive would be like Patty picked a peck of pickled peppers. Whereas when you say those P sounds, there's almost a small explosion of air. So I'll try it like this. Patty picked a peck of pickled peppers is much better than me. So that's when you talk into it without a pop filter, because the pop filter blocks that air and just the sound waves go through. Whereas if you don't really need a pop filter if you're just talking past the mic. Like, again, Patty picked a Patty, whatever his name is, picked a patch of pickled peppers. Patty picked a patch of pickled peppers. I don't need a pop filter. I'm just talking over it. Now, again, if you want that, like, hi, this is Francisco Ruiz talking to you in the radio station at NPR. then you don't have to worry about it. But that's not what I strive for in the podcast. I want things to sound more like you're in the room, like we're having a conversation. We're in the room talking. That's what I want to sound like. Not, hello, this is a CinemaC experience for your ears. I'm not going for that. Okay, so now where was I? We finished Bubba. Now we go to Patch. Solo. Now it looks like, so I can tell you can't. It's probably too small, but I can tell right here, Patch's microphone is set to muted. So even though this looks like a great section to take right here, I don't have to move much. It's not because he's muted. So it does me no good to get his floor noise when he's muted. And I think though during the 5 seconds, he's not muted. So that's not an issue because I said, hey, don't mute yourselves. But now I just find that section again.
Oh, Father God, thank you for this day.
Okay, that's the prayer.
Barking, it's funny.
And now I need. Where are you?
Patches, Bob. I know you guys sort of know, but glad.
Okay.
Right. Wait, I messed that up. I messed that up. Let me take that.
No, I went too far, I think. Where are you? Is it right here? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so I can tell Patch is not muted, so I can take this section, can solo. Yeah, it looks like there's just little pops, which I'm not going to be worried about picking up. So we'll take that. We're going to now open up his FX, subtract, automatically build, and and I wanted to set this to 1024, which means I need to reset this. Okay, now we'll try this for Patch. Let's see what we get. Sounds like he's chewing also, so this might not be a good section because I don't want to get chewing. Isn't the floor noise. All right, so I might go with this section here. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this section here. He's not muted, right? No, it doesn't look like he's muted during this part. Okay, cool. So we'll go with this. Rebuild this right here. Yep, this seems more normal for what I would expect. They're still a little bit on the higher range, but that's okay. Some people's areas just like that. Okay. And I just usually let it run through at least twice, sometimes more times than that. Because it will not grab all the noise on the first go. I've noticed that it'll take at least 2 to get everything. Okay, we got that. We take that off. Now we're going to go to a section where Patch is talking a lot so we can see how much this makes him not sound good. So we're not building the noise profile. So many times I'll have automatically build noise profile still clicked on, and then it retakes it and it's taking out all the voice. I'm like, no, not to go redo this again. All right, so we'll do this.
Modernization of Kung Fu. Up until this point, we had a lot, including Bruce Lee's earlier films, we had a lot of your templated, what
now I'm just adjusting that slightly. Like.
It's going to be a lot of
that's good. Now I'll do this part.
Dubbed voices, a lot of which just.
And let's look for where the peaks tend to be here.
In fact, when I was doing filmmaking,
right there certainly is one.
The 48-hour film project, and we
and
did
then
take
one.
on
Let's see.
Not this particular movie, but the
right
style,
here.
like the genre that was picked for us.
Another one,
martial arts. So we
right by here, I think.
Full on into the overdubbing and the massive Foley and things like that.
So we'll try this one first.
And I think that a movie like this, when you bring it at the time into the 70s, where it was being coupled with spy movies like James Bond, I think it was
there we go.
Right time. And I think it
there's the spot.
Avenue for tons
lower
of
that down
to appreciate.
And sometimes I wonder, should I take these down to 18? But the lower you go, the more on the side ranges you're taking out.
Genre of
so you want to be careful with that. That's why I feel like 12 is a good happy medium.
Filled with James Bond running and kissing girls and shooting and all this stuff. This was a different take, but it was still in the same kind of template of, hey, there's a mystery to be solved. You've got Bruce Lee being recruited by a federal agency to basically to like I was waiting for Bond to show up.
I think that's good.
And say something really,
Remove
really
that down.
snotty or whatever.
Last one
But
here.
I think that at the time when this movie came out, it probably speaks to the amount of money that it made worldwide. Is it hit a lot of people? It wasn't such a kung fu movies were a very niche genre at the time. This exploded that, and of course, it set the template for. I mean, Mortal Kombat's probably the best.
I think we'll go there.
Plot-driven remake of this.
Okay, and now increase this by 4. Turn on AGC. Add the mic polish.
I love the modernization of the kung fu genre.
All right. And now we do this. Color, set track to green. All right. And now we unsolo this. Okay, guys. Now we are, let me save. Save. It's important to save. Save your work. All right. So now I'm going to add some extra tracks for Alice and whatnot. So this one's going to be for Alice. I don't think there's any sections where I'm adding extra sound effects or anything like that. So I want to make sure Alice doesn't have any sound effects on it. So I think we're good. I think maybe. Yeah, I guess we're gonna actually start the edit. So I need to find where we actually start, which is maybe here.
We're up with the chat in the real time.
Oh, I hope not too. The first guy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Goes well.
This is a prayer.
Oh, so you guys had said you had to introduce each other.
Show me some of it.
Okay. So now
Wait, I messed that up. Let me take that again.
What's your style?
My style. You can call it the art. Oh wait, I messed that up. Let me take that again.
What's your style?
Okay. So right about here where Paul says what's your style, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start right here. Chop these. I'm going to group now this whole everything that comes after. I'm going to group it so that it all sort of moves together. So we'll do G. Now we'll get rid of all this stuff at the beginning. I used to do a thing where I would do sort of the intro, the sort of the audio that we record at the beginning and at the end after the podcast and release that as sort of outtakes. It never really got like, oh, everyone's loving this, or I never got any feedback on it. So I've since stopped including that as bonus content because it's just extra work that if no one's really enjoying, then what's the point? For my own vanity. Sure, Francisco, sure. Okay, so now for this part where I don't want to be talking, I'm going to just do this. Now for this section, I'm just going to mute it. All right, so now I'll start with Paul and then go to me. Now, part of me is like, do I want the sound of boats, like the sea? Maybe. Let's listen to this first.
What's your style?
And I also, for this part, I don't really, it sounds like there is some ambience from Bobo and Patch. So I'm going to actually remove that. So
show me some of it.
This I can podcast.
Okay, and there's the intro. So we'll just go to here. No, let's do it wherever I start the music. Which is about right there. Okay, come on, all. Okay, now for Patch and Bobo for these sections, I am going to mute these. Okay. Oh, if I could actually mute them, that'd be nice. Mute. Okay. So now it's just going to be me and Paul.
What's your style?
My style? You can call it the art of podcasting without podcasting.
The art of podcasting without podcasting? Show me some of it.
Paul, I'm not sure. What accent were you going for? Because that doesn't sound New Zealand at all to me. It's like, I don't know what this is. But I mean, that's fine. Go with whatever. But did he? I mean, I thought he had a New Zealand accent, but maybe not. All right. So I am, just to give it, sometimes for these openers, if there's like background sound, ambience, I like to bring that in. So I'm going to now go to YouTube. If I can find, okay, here we go. We'll go with this YouTube. Bring this over here. Oh, break time. So I'm going to hang. Okay, let's try this. Now, let me make sure that this got switched to false. Why is this still true? This should not be true anymore. No wonder this is not working out. So first boot. Oh no, focus. Oh no, focus state is false now. Okay, that's what I want. Good. So now when I click the button, it will go through here. It'll get the temp focus state. It'll set it to my focus state. It'll check whatever my focus state is equals false. So it's going to go down here. False result. Delay for 5 seconds. What the junk? Why did you do that? Yes. Okay, that was weird. Did it reset it to something else? Let's check the global variable again. Oh, gosh, where'd you go? Why does it go somewhere else where I can't see it? Okay. Focus state is still false. Let's double check. Focus state still false. Okay, good. So it's going to delay for 5 minutes. It's going to toggle what it says, and it's going to play the very focus sound when it's done. Okay. So let's try this then. Oh gosh, hopefully this works. It should work. Work, darn it. No, why didn't it toggle these? It's supposed to toggle the focus timer. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened. I went through. Did it reset the variable? It still says false. Oh, okay. Now if I do it again, no, it didn't toggle it. I don't know why it's not toggling. All right, so let me go into this myself. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, guys. That's slightly annoying. Slightly, more like very annoying indeed. Okay, so I go into Pomodoros. It should have made this go away and this one show up. Fix it. Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know what's going on. Break. Let's see. Chunk. Break timer. Yeah, it toggles that. Okay. You know what? Maybe I won't do the toggle. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to say this one's here, it's not going to toggle. It's just going to show visible and this. Okay. And then the one that's focused. And then this one is just going to be off, hidden. Okay. And then here, the focus one is going to be hidden. Rule said to Geek Directions there, he goes again, pretending to be annoyed with things he enabled in his own stream. Hey, why are you calling out? Wow. Gotta fix that Q time warp. Yeah, I'm gonna be, I do need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be right back, guys. Let's see, where's the BRB here? I think this should work.
Hi again, gang. Calculus here to bring you another installment of the Wheel of Morality. Wheel of Morality 012. Tell us the moral that'll make us moo. Moral number 274 from Geek Devotions. Beware Francisco inviting you to play multiplayer game. He's probably gonna smote you. Yeah, he smotes me often. But then I get him back. Ha ha ha. Bye.
Did the move spin actually work with that, Paul? With the break? Let's see. Don't look. Don't look at my Telegram. Let's see. Oh, that's my brother. All right. So, okay. So hopefully now, let's look at this. The global variable. The global variable is right now for focus state set to false. Now, when you get to the end of this 5 minutes and 1 more minute, it should set to true. And then when I press this button again, it should do the right thing. It should do the right thing. We will see if it does. But what are you guys working on today? Poetically, Paul, John, if you're still there. Are you just work? Or I think Paul, I believe you're just working. But yeah, where are you working on, Derek and John? So when this gets to the end, it should have this victory sound and should set the state to true. My guess is something else is going on and that's keeping it from working, but we'll see. All right, good. So now it set it to true. Now I hit this button. It resets that. Now I hit it again and it doesn't toggle. Why aren't you toggling? Or not even toggling, why are you making it visible? Lower bar. I'm looking at the lower bar. Yeah, it's the lower bar and it's this Pomodoro focus timer. You set that, you make that visible, but you're not doing it. Or hidden, that's fine. Yeah, but I mean, right now, it's true, so it should be doing this. It makes this Pomodoro focus timer visible, and it hides the break timer, but it's not doing that. Because yeah, it's in here, Pomodoro, and then break timer. It's not toggling it. It's not hiding this and showing this, which is what it should be doing. I mean, I have it set up right. It just doesn't want to show. I don't know why. All right, we'll work on this for some more time now, and I think this is just not going to work. So we're going to do it manually, I guess. Anyway, I was going to be looking for we can use this. Oh wait, no, I had a YouTube already. So let's get over here. Okay, so we want Enter the Dragon. What is your style? Okay, so now we're going to listen to this and see if there's a section where it's just like the ocean or something, and see if we can grab that audio and play it underneath me and Paul. But let's listen to this. If there's music that kind of would. All right, that's not really great. There is a section in there where it's just sort of the water. All this is really great. I'm just going to listen to hear if it changes at all. Actually, maybe I think what I'll do, that is actually great, because it'd be awesome to have that sort of fist move, and then it goes into us. And then I'll take the sound of just the water and have that being sort of underneath it. So, okay. So what we'll do is we'll grab the audio of that. What I do for this is go to YouTube, MP3 free. I paste that in there. It converts and just gives me an MP3 of the YouTube. What's your style? The art of podcasting without podcasting. Yeah. All of this, it's not podcasting. No, this is podcasting. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wait. Download MP3. We're going to put this in the source file. This is going to be SFX. SFX. Get rid of that. And yeah, this is in 341 source. Yep. Save. All right. Now we'll minimize this. And now we're going to add another insert new track. This is going to be SFX. None of that. So we're going to go to the beginning. And now we're going to show me. Watch. Use your eyes. It's right here. Okay. Oh, you're doing the lines. My goodness, Francisco. Jeez. I am slow on the uptake. 1 achievement time in 3, 2. Good job, Paul. 17. You've been the Womp Warrior 17 times. My goodness. That's like a record. What all trophies do you have, Paul, if you do your exclamation point trophies? I imagine you're pretty high up there because you're good about doing your streamlies. Okay. So now I go into this and I need to turn this off. I'm going to look for the SFX. It's right down here. So I put this in here. And now I'm going to just solo this. I'm going to look for a section that's just the water, which I think is right in here. Okay.
Do I bother you?
Okay. So it's right there. Okay. So that's the swipe right there. That's the first swipe. So what we're going to do is we're going to take something like, we'll cut it here, this, and then we'll take, let's see, how much of a lead in do I want? Maybe like something like 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7. No, that's way too long. Okay, so let's try like this. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000. Okay, that's good. I'll take that. So we'll take this. Now we're going to cut all this, which actually, now that I look at it, I just want sort of this section in here. But we're going to, I can just do this. I'm going to take this and put it at the beginning. And we're going to fade into that. So it's not so like apparent, like right about there. And then I want our audio to start after that. So let's see. After that swipe. Okay, after that swipe, so right about here. So now I'm going to try a copy. Let's see. Now I'm going to turn this to this one. And now all these, and you. Now if I move them, it should move everything. Yep, it does. Awesome. And so we'll start that right there. No, right there. So that there's a beat between the swing and then Paul talking as the New Zealander. Now what I'll do for the video, because it'll just be blank otherwise, is I'll ungroup that and I'll just extend this back because we have plenty of room for that where we're just sort of talking. Now what I could do is I could have it be unfocused. But I don't know. I don't usually do that. I don't think it really adds to it or makes that much of a difference. Okay, so let's see here. Now that we have that part done, now I want to merge it into just the water sounds. So we'll just put these water sounds, which are actually before the whole sound effects. We'll put that after. And it'll last for however long we go, which is, let's see. Let's delete that part. I think it goes a little bit. Yeah, the actual like start is right in around here. So we'll duplicate this and just have it sort of repeat right there, go to about there, and then we'll be done. So let's do this. This is what it sounds like without any sound. So we'll just do a run here. Mute the sound, and I think it's actually gonna be a little loud. So I'm gonna decrease the sound effects by about we'll do 9 dB. Okay, so here's just me and Paul just doing the intro. Of course, there's nothing here because this would be the lead up. Oh, and, and I have this on.
What's your style? My style? You can call it the art of podcasting without podcasting.
The art of podcasting without podcasting? Show me some of it.
This I cannot do. But you can listen with more room to episode 341 of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Okay, that's with nothing, just us talking. Now here's with the ambience.
What's your style?
My style? You can call it the art of podcasting without podcasting.
The art of podcasting without podcasting? Show me some of it.
This I cannot do. But you can listen with more room to episode 341 of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Okay, so I think that makes it feel fuller, I guess. It feels more like it's like a riff on the movie, like we're doing a parody of the movie, than if it's just us talking. So that's what I'm going for with that. I'm gonna tail this off and fade it out there. All right. So now at this part, I'm going to actually take this section with Alice. Let's see where the end is. And it sounds wonky. Okay, right about right.
Welcome, Rewinders.
There. And we'll split there. It does split everything, but that's okay. We'll undo this one as the group. We'll delete this, but I have to make sure that it doesn't bring back. So there's this little button up here. This means that whenever I delete something, all the tracks, everything after the thing I'm deleting just stays put. If I do this one where it's just 2 sort of dots filled in, that means on the current track, if I delete a section, everything behind it moves to fill in the gap. If I do all 3, that means if I delete something, it essentially takes every track, everywhere there's a gap that can in all the tracks, it fills it back in as much as possible. So I have to make sure this is on the right selection when I'm deleting stuff. Right now, if I did that, it would not be good. I want to leave a gap here because this is where I'm going to actually put an actual intro. So I have this all turned off, delete that. Now I go and find the intro in my files here, which is did I just save it as an MP3? Why did I do that? I always save these as a wave. Oh no, that's the voiceover. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. The intros are always in imaging right here. Intros. Nope. Francisco, you gotta go with post 300. Intros. Here we go. Enter the Dragon right here. Right about there. All right. And now I'm just going to get right where it should be, right here. Boom. All right. So now we do this.
Episode 341 of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Retro systems online. Reflux capacitor fluxing. Scanning room.
And now we'll see as it trails off. Does it trail off at a good place?
Welcome, Rewinders and new listeners to the Retro Rewind podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago.
All right. Sounds good. So we're going to go back, and now we're just going to listen to the whole thing. And now we actually we're going to save. Now we start the actual edit. Just, over an hour in. But I mean, this is part of it. This is part of the magic of podcasting without podcasting. Okay, here we go.
What's your style?
My style. You can call it the art of podcasting without podcasting.
The art of podcasting without podcasting? Show me some of it.
This I cannot do. But you can listen with more room to episode 341 of the Retro Rewind podcast.
Retro Systems Online. Reflux capacitor fluxing. Scanning through space-time for Enter the Dragon, 1973. Rewinding in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome, Rewinders and new listeners to the Retro Rewind podcast, where we take a fresh look at movies and games from 15 or more years ago. I'm your captain of the pod, Francisco Ruiz, and I'm joined by your XO and mine, Paul, the Fist of Fury, PaulJPowers.com Powers.
Want to bet?
Yeah, I'll get some of that action.
I don't
Also,
recall
for this discussion of the film Enter the Dragon, we welcome
there being many
back aboard
Edmos in
historian
this.
officer of the pod, David Bobo Bobkey. Hey, Bobo.
Bolo. That's all. I just like to say bolo.
Oh my word!
Bolo, Babo, Bolo.
So I'm noticing that Bob is a bit high here because when I normalized it,
In
so we're gonna
addition to,
lower this
Bolo
some.
Bobo, we are glad also to have back aboard feelings officer of the pod, Patrick.
So let me
Patch
listen
Hicks.
to that again.
That's all. I just like to say bolo.
Still high. What are you at, Bob? How? Okay, this increased it by 6. I don't know if that's really necessary. If I do F2, does it just bring up? Yeah, I don't want all of them selected. There is a hotkey to just select one track, but I'm trying to remember what it is. No, just this one. No, maybe. No, just this one. No. Nope. Nope. No. 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 Whatever. We'll just do this. Here's what I'll do, I think. If I do, okay, unselect this track. If I do that, does it work? No. I just select this one. Boo! It's just making me select all of them. Forget. Is there a way to not select them all in a group? I know there's a way. I've done it before. I just can't remember the keystroke. Is it middle click maybe? That'd be too easy, wouldn't it? It'd just be too easy. I guess what I could do is, here's what I'll do. I'm going to ungroup this one. Now I'll click on the U. Now I'll do F2. I'll reduce this by a lot. It doesn't need it by 1. Apply. Okay, now we'll go back. Now we'll group this again with it. G. So now it's grouped again. Now we'll listen to Bobo. Make sure it's not too quiet.
Bolo. That's all. I just like to say bolo.
Yeah, that seems fine.
Bolo, Babo, Bolo.
Oprah, Uma.
In addition to Bolo Bobo, we are glad also to have back aboard feelings officer of the pod, Patrick Patch Hicks. Hey, Patch.
Good to be back, and let me just say that I might become the resident martial art guy.
Oh, you're going to change stations. Did you submit the paperwork for that?
Very important. Paperwork is the heart of the pod.
To submit it. So I think I've got, I don't know, another couple of movies to do that. But yeah, it's in the mail.
But
Okay. As long as it's in the mail. Perfect.
You're forgetting something.
We need emotional content.
That's true. That's true.
Wow, Paul.
It's the finger, okay? Don't pay attention to it.
If you leave your feeling station, we'll have no emotional content.
No emotional content whatsoever.
Wow.
Right. That's right. Bruce Lee would be really, really upset with me.
Yeah, don't do a patch.
Okay,
don't do
I'm
it.
not. I'm back to being the field.
Oh, phew.
Great.
Crisis averted.
For those that might be confused, what's going on with this inside joke that we're experiencing? Patch used to do a podcast with his friend Aaron called the Feel and Film Podcast, hence him the feeling officer, and they would talk about their emotional reaction to films. So emotional content. Now you're up on the joke, and now that you have a quick flyby of who we are, Paul, can you give us a quick overview of the production specs for Enter the Dragon?
Sure thing. Kung Pao Enter the Fist was.
Oh my gosh, Paul.
Paul,
2002.
Paul,
rated PG-13,
I don't
yeah.
think there were any cows in the movie we were supposed to watch.
No?
I don't think so. I saw some pigs, but I don't think there were any
Which,
cows.
which movie were we supposed to review?
Enter the Dragon.
Dragon.
Now you may be wondering, oh, Francisco, I'm seeing some peaking on these tracks. Got 0.07 on me and Patch. Yes, there is that. But the thing I'm actually concerned of is right behind chat. So there's a master track that you'll see here. Let me play.
Fist, same
So that it's actually
thing.
behind the microphone.
That could have been brought to my attention yesterday.
Fine, I'll go back and watch it.
So the thing I'm concerned about is if this master track peaks. If it doesn't peak, because I have a compressor on the master track that prevents that. But if it goes past and actually does peak through the compressor, that's when I have an issue with overall sound being too high or whatnot. For now, I'm not as concerned unless I see like plus 12 or something like just nuts. But like just between plus 0.1 and 3, I'm usually okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Paul totally happy
All
with this.
right, let's see here. Blood and Steel
What the junk?
was actually created. This movie was written for not Jackie Chan, but Bruce Lee, because this was his vehicle to actually enter the whole world. He was getting popular.
Paul.
You know, he had been in the U.S. Hey, this is my time to talk. Stop being the master interrupter here, okay?
I learned from the best.
All right, it's my turn. Okay.
So here's an interesting thing. I know. Me and Paul have been doing this shtick for a while. This whole it wasn't that movie, but I sensed he was doing something different this time. So that's why I didn't push it. And he hey, stop being the master interrupter. He never says that if that's something that if he's playing around and he has the wrong movie. So I knew something was up. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't know it was renamed. So I'm thankful for you, Paul, that you kept the bit going in a way to allow me to know, oh, Francisco, this is actually not a time to. I'm being serious right now, and it's a whole fooled you type thing, but kept things going on track. So, I was pleasantly surprised with how that overall thing happened. We didn't have to do an edit mode. We just kept it going. So thank you, Paul, for how you handled that so well.
Okay, so Bruce Lee had been kind of getting popular around the world. He would show up in art houses here in the U.S. and such. But this was his first movie to be released worldwide. And since he liked his Chinese nickname, Li Shuanglong, which means Little Dragon, he had the title of this movie changed from Blood and Steel to Enter the Dragon. Which was
Whoops. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Which was released August 19th, 1973, sadly, just about a month after he tragically passed away. So he wasn't there to receive all the warm welcome from it.
Oh my God.
I thought he passed away way after.
I thought he passed away in the middle of another film, but maybe
He was making Death Game.
Okay, but this
Game of Death.
So this was in post-production while that was being filmed or something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, this movie, Enter the Dragon, runs an hour and 39 minutes, is rated R, and it was directed by Robert Klaus, written by Michael Allen and Bruce Lee, with lead stars being Bruce Lee, John Saxon, Jim Kelly, and the music was composed by Lalo Ship.
So I know some people, I know some other podcasters. I'm not gonna say because I'm not saying anything bad, but just different styles, different podcasting styles. I know some podcasters will just pretty much look for certain things in their audio, and that's the parts they edit out. they don't listen through the whole thing. I actually like to listen through the whole thing, make sure things sound right, see if there's things I want to add. Sometimes I want to add in a little embellishment in something. Like a very popular one is, even my son has commented on, is when Ashley, during the Return of the Jedi episode, she just like, she doesn't rage, but I don't know what you call it. She gets impassioned about me ranking or rating Empire Strikes Back a nostalgic, and so I think Danae actually commented, who was also a guest then, commented it should be have the Phantom Menace under that, or Duel of Fates. So I took that. I thought that is a good idea. So I put Duel of Fates, underlaid that under what Ashley was saying to have it end at a good spot. And dun, 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 and that's where sort of she ended. And then I think I just removed Danae saying you should add Duel of Fates, because I felt like that would be like, well, yeah, I just did that. So why are you saying it? Well, because live it wasn't there. So because of me wanting to add embellishments like that aren't available to me during the recording, that's why I like to listen back through the whole thing.
Schifrin. Sorry, Lalo, 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 whoever you are.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. But are you ready for the box office trivia?
I'm ready. Bobo and Patch, are you guys ready?
Boy, howdy.
I'm ready.
Awesome. And anyone in chat, you're welcome to join in guessing where this ranked in. Well, Paul will tell us. Go for it, Paul.
All right, so Enter the Dragon was...
And if you guys weren't watching when we recorded this and want to play along, I will pause it before the end. Okay, so that's break time, and I don't think this is going to work. I'd be shocked if this worked. Let me check that the buttons are mapped right, because maybe there's something about the button presses I'm doing that's throwing it. So right now, if I were to press it, it would pause the timer, or at least it reset the timer maybe. I think it reset it. Yeah, because I'm not sure what state we're in. Okay, for this one, let's make this as in we'll make this one red. Okay. And then this one is going to be, it's still red. Can't you have a different color? Fine. We'll do it this way then. Set icon from, we'll do this one. I'm just trying to change how it looks based on which action I'm in, just so I know, okay, this is a little different. This will be the reset one. Did you do it? Okay, so that's the reset icon. And then we're in state 2. It's this one, which looks too similar. So we'll do the, I don't know what to do here. We'll say go. It'll be a play icon. Sure, why not? Okay, so right now we're in the reset one. So if I hit it, we're going to do reset. I'll reset the timer, and it'll start. It'll pause it and then reset. Okay, interesting. So if I hit pause and reset, okay. Now it's ready to play. Now if I press it, it'll do this set of actions, which it'll resume it, which will start counting down. And then this will play we'll start this action of Pom timer focus start. I don't know what this button ID thing is. I don't really need that, but okay. Essentially the action Pomodoro timer. Actually, this makes me think this is really like wonk. So let's do this one instead. Because this streamer bot one is different from what I think maybe needs to happen. If I press it, it does the Pomodoro timers action. I just want you to run the action. What is this? Test action? No, I don't want you to test. Arguments. Like, are you expecting arguments and that's why you're having an issue? I don't think so. Action, Pomodoro timer, global settings. No, back to action config. Let me do this. Let me delete this. We're just going to do the old school streamer bot action of this one. which doesn't have very much to say. But then this is going to do the, whatever it's called, Pomodoro timers. It's going to run that action, which again, the action is Pomodoro timers. If it's true, it does this. If it's false, it does this. So it's just going to run that. That's all it's going to do. Okay, so now let's see if it actually does what it should do and go to break time and all that. Nope, it doesn't. Why aren't you doing it? Why is this so hard? This should not be this hard. Part of me wonders if it's because I have the timer set in groups in Meld, which is kind of a newer thing. So maybe there's some things that are just a little hinky in that. But I will go to lower bar, switch this out, and go to show the break one. Why do I have the? Oh, it's just to break them out so I could see them better. I'm like, why do I even have this in a group? It doesn't need to be in a group, but oh well. Whoa, we're not playing Chroma Squad. Wow. Okay, what is this? Yay. I just heard from someone that they had a surgery and it went well. So I said, yay. Okay. So this is not working like I would like it to. But I will be right back. Oh, perfect. Fantastic. Hey, Rhizome. Sorry about my pink complexion. That will change soon. Hold the phone. All right. Yes, okay. Now we're going to change this back because my reset thing doesn't really want to work like it's supposed to. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to our bar. How are you doing today, Rhizome? We are just hanging out while as you probably could tell from the title, we are trying to just editing the podcast. I recorded on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday. On Enter the Dragon. Have you ever seen that? So I don't know how interesting this is going to be, but we're just playing through it. The way I edit podcasts is I listen back through it, look for places that I need to obviously edit out, which we call Edna modes. If you ever listen to the podcast live recording, whenever we say Edna, like the gal from The Incredibles, Edna mode, he was pink, I swear. No, never. Edna mode is essentially the live version of me or Paul or anyone else telling the current editor version of me, hey, take this out. Because it'd be easy for me to sort of just like glance over, I'm just listening, or get distracted by something else and then not edit it. So, okay, let's continue on. But yeah, how is your day going? Hopefully you're doing well, Rhizome. Nope, I need to actually go back here.
Was made somewhere between 500K and 850K, depending on who you talk to, and earned around $400 million at the box office.
That's a chunk of change.
And since this movie came out in 73, box office records were not really kept that well since before Star Wars.
Ryzen says, I watched the anime Canon recently, and they pinky swear so often, I had to make a pun out of that. Oh, that's funny. I haven't seen the anime Canon. I like anime, but I haven't really even heard of that one. Is that a more recent one, or is that an older one?
So, for your box office trivia, I got something else going on for you.
Okay.
This one, pay attention.
Older one. Okay, gotcha.
Bruce Lee's, all of his official movies, he had 5. The Big Boss, Fist of Fury, The Way of the Dragon, Enter the Dragon, and...
Oh, I was saying this before we went to break. If you guys watching live now, weren't watching the episode when it was recorded live and would like to play along with this, you are welcome to. I will pause it before Paul really reveals the answer. But essentially, he's about to ask of Enter the Dragon made more money than all the 4 other official Bruce Lee movies did combined. And he's going to then ask, how much more money did Enter the Dragon make over those other 5? So you can answer if you like. I'm doing good. That's awesome. I'm glad you're doing good, Rhizome.
And Game of Death. We'll include that one since that was his last. It wasn't fully, but we'll include it because he was a part of it. We're not going to include the Green Hornet movie or any Bruce exploitation movies beyond that. Just the official ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Enter the Dragon earned about $400 million, and this movie earned more than all of his other movies combined.
Whoa, really?
Is to the nearest million, how in the millions, how much more did this movie earn than all of them combined?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So we'll go up to 400. This is in the world. Now, like I said, the records are a bit shabby, but we're going off of Wikipedia in the year 2026.
So, Paul, just to clarify, do you want us to give you the total amount the others made in millions, or the difference between the difference? Okay.
Let's say, for example, if Enter the Dragon made 400 million. Let's say all the other ones together made 200 million, half that. So the difference, your number would be 200 million.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go with Pablo first. What is your guess, Pablo?
And what is your guess, watchers now?
Let's go back to the gimmick. 42 million.
42 million. All right.
And the closest to
Let's see. Spirited Away was a trip, and I like a lot of Miyazaki's movies. Studio Ghibli's, the ones that are directed by Hayao Miyazaki. I like almost all of them. I have almost all of them. The steel books that Shout Factory released. I don't have Castle in the Sky. That's the only one I don't have. And The Boy and His Heron I don't have either. But I hate it because The Boy and His Heron, the steel book that they release, looks so drastically different from all the other ones. All the art style, they pick an iconic character, they have it on a flat color background, and then the title and where the font style of the title was. And I mean, that was the choice they went with. So just continue that on. Have the heron be that icon. No, they do a full color steelbook, so it doesn't fit with the other collection. It's so frustrating. And then, but Castle in the Sky does, but I just don't have that one. Now it's too expensive because you have to eBay it or whatever. But of the ones I've seen Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, Ponyo, Howl's Moving Castle. I feel like there's one other one I've seen. Oh, and The Wind Rises. That's it. I have not seen Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, Poco Rosso, or Kiki's Delivery Service. Oh, I've also seen Boy and His Heron, so I've seen that too. And I haven't seen Castle in the Sky. Of the ones I've seen, the only one I really don't, the two I don't care for the most are Ponyo and Boy and His Heron. Boy and His Heron is a bit too like trippy for me, and Ponyo is a little too like simple. I don't know. Oh wow, no one did first before. Oh my goodness. Well, you have gotten your first achieve. I think that's your first one, Ryzone. So yeah, whenever someone types first or the first command in chat, whoever does that first after the stream has started gets the first achievement. So good job on that. But yeah, Spirited Away I definitely enjoy. Let me catch up with what you're saying. I have the entire Naruto series, and they switch things up halfway through the set, so I know that. Oh man, that sucks. On DVD, very cool. Ryzone says, my first one was Kiki's Delivery Service. Saw in the 90s on TV, just not the whole thing. I have it now on DVD, along with Spirited Away and Ponyo. Nice. Yeah, I actually, we've covered Princess Mononoke on the podcast. If we hadn't, I'd be like gunning to do that one because that's probably my favorite of his. Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away are probably tied for second for me. Yeah, I haven't seen Kiki's. I'd like to, but yeah. So if you want to see how many trophies or achievements you've collected on stream, Ryzone, it's !trophies. I watched Princess Mononoke in private viewing with a streamer, and they're oh cool. What did you think of that one? I loved it. Yeah, I really love it too. My only quibble with it is it's a bit long, but I'm not. That's not like a huge dig or anything at it. Ryzone, I forget because I haven't done this stream yet. But if I'm not sure if you play board games or not, but if you do, and you enjoy board games, then I would like to draw your attention to none other than a little game I like to call Junkyard Juggernauts. It is a game that is designed. Whoa! It's designed by this guy, Francisco Ruiz. He looks pretty cool. I think you can trust him. But yeah, this is a board game I've designed. It's currently on crowd sale, which means the more people that back the crowd sale, currently have 4 backers, the cheaper it is for everyone. So I'm really hoping we get at least to this 10 backer level. So the price goes down from its retail of $121 down to $114. I know that's not like a huge discount, but I mean it's cheaper than you normally get it. Unfortunately, you do have to pay for shipping on top of that. But if you're a board gamer, it plays solo up to 4 people. If you like fantasy adventure games, if you like the idea of making a mech with cards, that's a little different each time you play. My board game of choice is Mario Party. Okay, so not really the same. Wait, is there an actual board game version of Mario Party? I mean, I think you're being tongue in cheek, but yeah, if there is, I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't think I knew that, but thank you, Rhizome. Okay, so now that we're done, and you can find the links to that by going to firejoystudios.com, where all our content is, or junkyardjuggernauts.com will get you to the Firejoy section of Junkyard Juggernauts. Anyway, let us continue.
Getting the number wins.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. How about you, Patch?
Okay. You're muted, Patch.
So here's the part I edited out.
$1, Bob. $1.
With let's go back to the gimmick.
Getting the number wins.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. How about you, Patch?
Okay.
And now here, sorry.
You're muted, Patch.
And then $1, Bob?
$1, Bob.
Okay.
$1.
$1 million.
So I edit all that out?
Wins.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. How about you, Patch?
Okay.
$1, Bob. $1.
All right.
$1 million difference.
I'm gonna go.
Let's see. Ryzen says that's really cool. No, but I see a couple fan made ones that look pretty legit. Oh, that's cool. Of Mario Party. Nice.
I'm gonna go Price is Right method and just say $1.
Oh, well, are you saying $1 like everything else made $399 million?
It's a Price is Right joke.
Yeah. Someone's got to.
Wow.
I'm gonna say $1.
It's bold strategy, Cotton.
All right. One.
That's
fair. In chat we have some. Let's see. Sean Neko guesses $250 cash. So just $250, not $1, but $250.
We'll say 250 million.
That's right.
Oh yeah, 250 million.
So rounded at the nearest million. Yeah.
And then Bruticus says 40 million. All right. For me, I'm going to say the difference is 150 million. So 150 million for me.
Solid guess, Francisco.
So
I'll build up to it. The Big Boss made 50 million. Fist of Fury made 100 million. The Way of the Dragon made 130 million. And Game of Death made 50 million. So the total of the other movies combined is 330 million, which means 70 million is the answer. Which means Bobo wins barely by $2 million.
I could have been closer.
Gimmick paid off.
You could have been, but good job. Yeah, just eking out Bruticus's 40 million by saying 42 million. So good job, Bobo. Awesome. Well, thank you for those factoids, Paul. And let's see if any of them factor into our memory, mind meld, or subsequent roundtable discussion, which we'll get into once Alice is located, our target film. And for this,
oh wait, what's going on?
Transition stuff.
Okay.
We'll get into once Alice is located, our target film.
All right, edit out this part now.
And for this, guys, there may be some transition stuff. Again, you guys here listening won't be able to see the TV spot. You should be able to hear it. Everyone watching online here should be able to see it. Yeah, this is in edit mode. Yes. Okay, here we go.
Okay. All right. So now we need to end sort of right about there, right before this. So right there. Okay. Go to there. Now we're going to edit out that part.
Discussion, which will.
And now for this section, I'm going to move it up so that it doesn't have any audio processing, because it's currently all played on my track. So the audio processing I did at the beginning of the stream is going to be applied to the sound effects and also the trailer. So I'm going to remove that. Let's see here. Okay, there's that. There's the end of the trailer is about right here, I think.
That was
yeah. Okay, so right there. So now this section, we undo the grouping and we move it up. Right. Well, come on. Thank you. All right, here we go.
which we'll get into once Alice is located our target.
Oh, and I need to add a marker. So this is M. This is going to be our round table. And I need to put the time code. So 10. Actually, I need to do 01 for the hours, 10 for the minutes, and 00 for the seconds. Round table. All right. So Rhizome had one icebreaker and then no other trophies, but still that's cool that you got one. And the first one is hard to get. Most people don't get the first one. And then Paul, the Dominator, has 7 icebreakers, 17 Womp Warriors, 12 in my corners, 0 diamond in the roofs. I'd expect higher from you, Paul. I feel like you should be the MVP more, but apparently not. I'm giving you a hard time. You're the MVP in my heart, Paul. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, so those are your trophies. Okay. Paul says, gotta get those diamond in the roughs and Gravedigger numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. So the Gravedigger one is one of those that only one person in a stream can get that. That's by doing the rip command whenever I actually die in a game, not just willy-nilly. So I don't think it's appropriate to do it during this one. I guess you could if you just like, I have to have it. But we all know it's not a true trophy then. Yeah, that's the how many times I will. So there's a number between 1 and 10 that's randomly picked at the start of the stream. Wow, Paul. and then every time a rip like that happens, there's a counter that increments. Whenever that increment reaches the randomly selected number, that gives the trophy out to whoever did the last rip command. So that's how that one's done. The diamond in the rough, and here, I'll help you out here. Why are you doing it again, Paul? Because he's like, I don't care. I just want the trophy. All right. How about you and Rhizome? You race for it. At least there's some competition there. But here, Paul, I'll give you an MVP. All right. MVP at Paul J. Powers. Not the actual period. .com. All right. PaulJPowers.com. All right. So I just nominated you for MVP, Paul. So you need 2 more nominations. You can't nominate yourself, and then you'll get a diamond in the rough. And then, Paul is very kind to nominate Poetically Christian Gamer. That's so sweet. Horizon says, yeah, if you actually make him die laughing and time it right, you can get the point. Wow. Not how this works. Oh my word. Anyway,
my name ain't Roy.
It's not Roy. Another rip. Oh my word. I have not died. Here we go.
Target located. Spoilers incoming. Establishing analysis vector.
And then there's a bit too much time in between these. So let me remove that. Okay, and now once it's gone all the way to black like there, now we'll go right to here. Is that? No, I want some fade in, so we'll go to there. All right, D.
Establishing analysis vector.
The Fury is back. Part man, part myth, part magic, and pure mayhem. Bruce Lee. Now the motion picture that became history, the man that became a legend, returns. Enter the Dragon, rated R.
That was all about Bruce Lee and nothing about the movie.
That's true, Paul.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, let's see. What the edit mode? Oh no! Now it is charging $10.99 for one mess. Jeez. Ryzen says, "Dang, well, I'm while I'm on the Disney train, I just watched The Incredibles recently, and you can't forget the Edna. Yeah, exactly. Can't forget her. Paul says, see, I was right. We were reviewing Enter the Fist. What? It was not Kung Pao Enter the Fist. Where did you get that from? Oh, my word, Paul.
Sorta. But when back then, when you had that star power, I mean, I remember having that star power. That's sometimes all you needed. You didn't need the story of the movie or anything like that. But I mean, maybe all we remembered about this movie was Bruce Lee. It'll be interesting to see. Let's see what we remember.
Wow, that was
before
fumbling over
we
your words,
watch,
Francisco.
or watch for the first time, in my case, Enter the Dragon with our memory in mind meld synopsis. Bruce Lee slaps a student for paying attention to his finger before taking a boat to before taking a boat to a fighting tournament where he hopes to find
let's get rid of that. You're okay, Francisco. Just breathe.
Boat to fight.
What? Where do I pick it up?
A boat to a fighting tournament where he.
Okay, so
before taking a boat.
Okay, before. So I want
Francisco?
the word. Oh my word! How do I have another Edna? She's upping her rates. Jeez.
Finger before taking a boat.
Okay, before.
Before taking a boat.
Oh no, it's the before is right here.
Before taking a boat.
Okay, so from there to here, this was before.
Before taking.
Yeah. Okay.
Says Bruce Lee slaps a student for paying attention to his finger before taking a.
I mean, there's a little bit of like an audio blip, so let's try to cover that over a little bit. So move these down a little bit, increase this. Now we'll fade it in, and that should be a bit better. Let's try it.
Finger before taking.
Yeah, there we go. That's much better.
To a student for paying attention to his finger before taking a boat. To
Seamless.
A he hopes to.
So I just noticed we have this 13 over here. I'm not sure when that happened. Did it happen during? It could have happened during the ad. So let me, or the trailer. So let me actually reduce that by to just be level. Okay. And so now I'm going to go back through and we'll get back up to this point, but I don't want this to go crazy. So let's do this.
The fury is back.
Edna, the latest podcast, work with me. Wow. Wow. You're saying Edna's the true streamer of this?
Bruce Lee. Now the motion picture that became history.
Thanks, Paul. Thanks. This whole stream is nothing but Edna. I mean, you know what? I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Because that's what I'm doing.
That
all right, Paul.
about Bruce Lee and
you got me.
About the movie.
You got me.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But when back then, when you had that star power, I mean, I remember having that star power. That's sometimes all you needed. You didn't need the story of the movie or anything like that. But I mean, maybe all we remembered about this movie was Bruce Lee.
Okay, hold on.
Let's see what we remember.
So apparently there's Facebook stuff I need to be worried about. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I'm too far. I'm streaming too hard. I'm just streaming too hard. Gotta go help Culture Box people here. Okay, hold on. Hold, please. All right, so
fix it, Francisco.
We want me to fix. What am I fixing? Okay, Culture Box. Here we go. Okay. So everything should be okay. So I'm in my next. I'm trying to fill. I want to know where I can download the Culture Box bumper. Yeah, should be in. Yeah. Okay. Then Drew's asking, out of curiosity, does your Mega Monday streams have better or worse viewership than your Tuesday night streams? He's streaming right now. You can go over there and ask him.
Now you're playing with power. Retro power.
Oh my word. Thank you so much, Cellcast. Yes, I'm just reading your message now. I imagine you're at work. Maybe you're on your lunch break. To answer about viewership, I'd have to compare. I'm not really sure. Let's take a look. I'm just on break now. Okay, let's look here. Dashboard. No secrets. Francisco gets Retro Rewind Pockets. No viewership. Analytics. Let's look here. overview. And we'll look at, wow. But thank you so much for the sub. We will do a wheel spin. Help remind me, because I want to do the appropriate wheel spin here. But let's see here. So we want, what are we looking for? I guess the last 30 days makes, actually, I'll include.
Gang, Calculus here to bring you another installment of the Wheel of Morality. Wheel of Morality 012. Tell us the moral that'll make us moo. Moral number 274 from Geek Devotions. Beware Francisco inviting you to play multiplayer game. He's
Why?
Probably gonna smote you.
I smoked no one.
Yeah, he smotes me often.
Actually,
but then I get back.
Thanks,
Bye.
Calculus. All right. So we want the day. Let's see. Week. No, I guess we want day. Okay. So here are the stats. If we look at okay, what was January 5th? January 5th was a Monday. Okay, so Monday had average viewers. Okay. Oh no. Okay. Here we go. This is interesting. So January 5th had Mega Mondays had average viewers of 5 people. So this is just the Twitch side though, and I get plenty of people on YouTube also watching Mega Mondays. So I don't know if this is gonna help so much, but as far as Twitch goes, Monday the 5th we had 5, and that would have been a Mega Man 3 stream. Then Tuesday it was a fixed stream because we weren't on the podcast yet. Then we're not going to look at Saturdays. Monday, so this Mega Monday had 6, almost 7 average viewers, and then the Tuesday, which was also a fixed stream, had 4 viewers, and that would have been Mega Man X2, I think. Then wow, this one, I don't know what happened this Monday, but this one, 13 average viewers for this Mega Monday, and that would have been Mega Man 3 again. And then we had only 2.8 for this. I think that was the podcast. So yeah, I did notice for the dodgeball episode, it seemed a lot lower than normal. Like the months, the winter months, there seemed to be the podcast seemed to be like getting so many people watching it live. So many being like, in the up almost 10s. that's a lot to me. And then we had several here. And then this Monday it had higher. So it looks like overall the Monday ones have more viewership than the fixed streams. Then this was this a podcast? Yeah, this is also a podcast. Yeah, it was just this Tuesday. And Mega Mondays had a slight edge over that. So hopefully that answers your question, Drew. But again, that doesn't factor in YouTube. Rumble, I rarely get anyone over there, so I wouldn't count that. But hopefully that helps give you some insight. I'm thinking of moving my stream time earlier so as not to compete with y'all on Tuesdays. Oh, maybe you could do that. I mean, yeah. I appreciated the raid the other night, by the way. That was very kind of you. Might the big one be during the ice storm? Oh, no, I think that was a little early. I don't think the ice storm had hit then. January 19th? Maybe? I thought it was more like... No, I think you're right. I think that was the big ice storm. That seems right, actually. So maybe we were just like, I guess I'm stuck inside. I'll watch Francisco. Man, what is he? Playing Mega Man. Oh, fine, I guess. I was going to do a wheel spin, though, because we got thank you again for subbing, whether it's your Twitch Prime or whatever. Really appreciate that, Drew. If I can find the right place. Wheel spin. Here we go. All right. Spin that wheel. And it is... Oh, okay. So you can pick a 5-minute video, Drew, that you want me to watch on stream for whatever reason. I just asked. I mean, I think you're not going to have me watch something that's way off the rails, like has nudity or ultra violence or anything like that. But there's a 5-minute cat video you want me to watch or something like that. We will do that. Illegal? What's illegal? Wait, what's illegal? I'm going to give a reaction to it. I'm going to react to it. It's not just like, let's just watch this video together. All right, next thing. I'll give reactions to it. I guess that should be in there. Like, picks a 5-minute video I react to. Twitch was telling me I share most of my audience with y'all's, so I thought it didn't make sense to stream it. That does make sense, actually. Watch Paul's 48-hour movie. I mean, I could do that, but it's up to... Cellcast is the one that subscribes, so he gets to pick. It's just a suggestion. Okay. So while you're deciding that, I'll go back to editing. Patch is not mine. Yeah. I watch Patches for 8 hours or just suggestion. Patch is not mine. Patch suggested it. Yeah, not Paul. Why would Paul suggest that? That actually makes sense though, given what you were saying, Cellcast. But you don't stream Mondays, right? You just stream Tuesdays. Usually at the same time we're streaming, or there's overlap there. You said Paul's. Yeah, Patch's 48-hour movie, and it's not a movie that's 48 hours long. Patch, who here in the blue in the who's here for the podcast, he participates. I don't think he's done it in a while, but he used to participate in this challenge called the 48-hour film challenge or something like that, where you have 48 hours to write, produce, direct, do sound effects, edit a short. And so he did one that sort of was martial arts thing that he sent us to watch because it was related. It had sort of paid homage in some ways to Enter the Dragon. Yeah, I've been streaming on Tuesdays at the same time as you, but I'm thinking of jumping 2 to 3 hours earlier. But how can you do? Aren't you working then? I'm not sure how you would do that. Maybe you aren't. I don't know. Okay. Remembered though, before we rewatched or watched for the first time, in my case, Enter the Dragon with our memory and mind meld synopsis. Bruce Lee slaps a student for paying attention to his finger before taking a boat to a fighting tournament, where he hopes to find a young lady who went there and never returned. Bloodsport Bolo is a bad guy again, but he's still awesome and goes up against the... Thank you, Paul. Actually, let me do that. Do some checkouts here. And I don't know if checkout works for you, Paul. I would hope it would, but I'm not sure. The Cellcast Gaming. Oh, doing a podcast. Perfect.
No, I said Kizvak, but stop and think about what it sounds like in English.
Yes, I'm aware. Kizvak.
Let's move on.
Yes.
How about into our spoiler-free section?
Oh my gosh. Kids Bop?
Yes, Kids Bop.
Certified fresh and spoiler-free.
Bop, zip, zap, boom, bop. This is not the CD.
Is that supposed to be Tarzan?
We're dating ourselves on that one, are we?
Yes, we are from the 90s. I am nearly 40 years old, and he's nearly, 42?
I'm 42.
He's nearly 42. Oh, my word. I think, and let's do Paul, because it's fun seeing what art stuff Paul had. Check out pauljpowers.com.
Is the flux capacitor maybe going in right there? Mr. Fusion, not the flux capacitor.
Well, yeah, that works.
Mr. Fusion.
Interesting that this was clipped. I wonder why. Okay. Paul says that .com guy, he's so hot right now. Thank you for the link. Okay, let's check this out. Let me copy that. All right. So this is a fresh reaction from Francisco. I suppose I may have seen this link before, wherever this is that Drew's sending. I just have no idea because I can't tell by the the link. Okay, we're gonna do a browser. Okay, put the cat over here, right there, and we're going to include an audio track from source. Yes. All right, and we'll paste this in. V, enter, and let's watch the magic.
Remember?
Whoops, what'd I do? No, I don't think it's... Oh, geez. Sorry. Go back. Was this it? Oh my gosh, you're killing me. No, stop. Stop. This is not what I want. Would you stop, please? Would you stop? What is going on? Why are you rebelling against me? Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it. Golly sakes. Okay, let me try that again.
Never had a choice. Never let the...
Oh my gosh. Of course. That's what... Paul, you got your gravedigger. There you go. Oh my word. And here's another one. Oh my gosh. That's messed you up, right?
It's pounding out my chest. The blood boils inside of me.
Okay. Is this a... Let me do full screen. Is this the thing? Is this it or is this the ad? This looks like the thing. Okay, so this is a music video, I guess, for something. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see. Yes, woohoo. This is the video. Okay, here we go.
Never had a choice. Never let the ops win. Calm them nerves. Got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go. And there ain't no stopping. 31 option. Light it up.
Okay, dragons and stuff. Part of me thinks this might be Guild Wars. Though given Drew saying this, I almost want to say it's Final Fantasy 14. But yeah, I don't know what it. Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, it looks very JRPG. I don't recognize the music group though. I'm gonna wait to read chat till I finish watching. Now this looks more like FF14. Some of those gals. Was that Blitzball? Man, that's a big fire beast. Oh man. Ooh man. Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stop. Yeah, I don't. I mean, it looks, I guess it's just a music video, but I don't know if you don't have context for what you're watching, there isn't really a story that I'm seeing. Which I guess music videos are not always a story. But I mean, it looks very cool. It's very visually dynamic and interesting. Okay, this guy's a little too cool for school. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Some sort of a relic or a key. Why does everything have to burn? Okay, some blue magic now. Against all this fire magic that's everywhere. Was that like a drone? Why is there a drone in this? I mean, I'm not one to talk. I have mechs in my fantasy game, so it's like I said, I'm not one to talk. Okay, interesting. Let me pause. Let me No, stop. Pause. Okay, so let me see what you guys were saying about that. Oh, it is FF14. Really, it didn't really look like it so much. I've seen, I guess, yeah, it didn't look like FF. There's enough that didn't look like FF14. Like I'm so used to like the mice people with the big ears and stuff. Like that's FF14 aesthetic. That just seeing sort of normal looking people, I wasn't so sure. Okay, Paul's like, I knew it. Remember that one time you waited to read chat and then you didn't read? Dang it, Paul. It's an AMV, right? AMV. Oh, okay. So it's meant to be an AMV. Okay, cool. Every time the theme song says burn, there's fire on the screen. Okay, that's cool. I don't think I picked up on that. Ahsoka says yes, Paul. Called it again. Wow, Paul. Wow. The loppers, which are yeah, I think that's who I'm talking about. Yes. Well, cool. What about that video do you really like, Cellcast? Is that like one of those like, oh man, I gotta get pumped for the day. Let me put this on. But very, very cool. Thank you for sharing that. If there's some like a particular thing you want me to respond to about that, I can share that thought. But if you're just sharing, then I appreciate the share. And thank you for coming in for your break and hanging out here. We're going to be done here in about 15 minutes because I need to eat and then in a little while I have to go pick up my son and Ashley will be back from work and all that. So anyway, and 13 days, 16 hours left on the crowd sale for Junkyard Juggernauts. If you're on the fence, please consider being part because just 6 more. We have like, I don't think everyone can tell. I think when you go to the Junkyard Juggernauts page, you can't see how many people have like said, remind me. I can see it though. And I know that if everyone that said, remind me on that, were to buy the game, then we would be down like one, possibly 2 more discounts. I think it's one of those where everyone's like waiting for the other person to pull the trigger. It's like, well, if maybe. Oh, okay. Oh, no one did. Okay, then I'm not going to join it. But everyone does. Then it's like, oh, okay. I think there's a term for that, or so that there's a name for that type of situation. It's not Mexican standoff. It's a little different than that. But yeah, it's like one of those almost where it's not when everyone pulls their money from the bank, like a run on the bank. It's not really that. It's like the opposite of that. Did you get dinged by YouTube for that clip? I don't know. Is YouTube down all of a sudden or something? I guess that's possible. I haven't looked. Thank you for the lurk, Paul. Zellcast says, yeah, it's a mix of fight scenes and FMVs from 14. Says the song Everything Burns by Tom Morello and Beartooth wrote for the game. Oh, very cool. I didn't know that. Mostly I enjoy it because it's fun. Emily, I do have the context for those scenes. So yeah, I get that. Like there's some AMVs or whether it's anime or other things, I enjoy seeing scenes from things I enjoy from like a movie or a TV show set to music. It's like, oh yeah, that moment. Oh, it's so cool. Oh yeah. And especially when they contextualize what's going on in the scene for what actually happened with what's going on in the music. That's a great sort of pairing. So I totally get that. All right. Let's continue with this for a few more minutes.
The dynamic trio of Bruce Lee, a gambler, and an Afro samurai. Wow. Because martial arts tournaments are so
been
much
editing for
soul power.
2 hours and we're 11 minutes in. Great progress.
Oh, you're scared of the claw. It's in there.
Wow, Francisco.
It's going to get you, Bruce. Oh yeah. It does, and Bruce just licks his own blood. Pretty BA movie, Bruce.
So what saw, and we went back and looked at the trailer again for this to see if it peaked, and in the master track, it's not peaking. So I think the adjustment we made to the trailer is what needed to happen. Cellcast says, also is the first thing when I thought of 5-minute video. Yeah, and it doesn't, maybe that's a misnomer. It doesn't have to be exactly 5 minutes. It just has to be 5 minutes or less. It could be 2 seconds if you want.
Pro tip: mirrors destroy bad guys. Okay.
Do they?
Sure. Yeah, I'd say some of that was certainly in this movie, but some of it, liar, liar style, was not. So I guess that would make it
Decepted.
Yeah, it wasn't the Afro Samurai.
It wasn't the Echo. I was doing that too.
Obviously. But based on those memories, as clearly flawed as they were,
So
what
flawed.
lead you to predict for this film before you rewatched it? Classic, nostalgic, or tragic? Let's begin with Patch this time. What was your prediction, Patch, for Enter the Dragon?
I looked at this as a classic for me because I love Bruce Lee and he's awesome. And
Nice.
I was excited to watch it. So classic.
Nice.
Biased.
And here's a question for you: how many Bruce Lee movies, if you include this one, have you seen? Of his 5.
All 5 of those.
Oh, okay,
I've seen all
wow.
5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Bobo, what was your prediction, and how many Bruce Lee movies have you seen?
My prediction was classic.
Let's see. Well, that was 3 minutes, so I figured. Oh, perfect. Okay, I wasn't keeping track.
That I can recall.
All right. How about you, Paul? Same questions.
I hadn't seen any Bruce Lee movies growing up.
How did your
and
stream
I've been
go
wanting to,
last night? Or not,
but
Tuesday
a
night,
few
by the
years
way,
ago, just a
Cellcast?
few years ago, the set came on sale, and I finally pulled the trigger and bought it. And I watched The Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon for the first time.
Did I respond to that Facebook?
Those are the only two I've seen. And I predicted what this was. So this was my second time watching it. I predicted it would be nostalgic.
Nostalgic?
Because not everybody loves when everyone's kung fu fighting.
Exactly. For me,
okay, I did answer that.
I have
Good.
only seen 2 Bruce Lee movies. I believe it's the same ones you've seen, Paul. Is Way of the Dragon the one with Chuck Norris in it at the end?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I've seen Way of the Dragon and Enter the Dragon. Only little clips.
That is a good fight.
Like Riff Tracks has one of his other films that they do.
Yeah, what is that? Drew, do you know? You watched Riff Tracks.
I don't know which one it is, but it is one of his.
But yeah, it comes up regularly now I'm really curious. Riff Tracks, Bruce Lee. Okay, it looks like it's Fists of Fury. Let's do a little preview. Watch preview. I don't think you guys can hear it. I can hear it, but yeah, yeah. I remember this section where he's like this phone repairman when it would come on Riff Tracks in what's it called? On the Twitch channel. And I never watched it all that much. I just thought it was interesting. Oh, there's a Bruce Lee movie on here. Interesting. I had no idea he only had made 5 official ones. So it's Fist of Fury is the one I'm referring to in this little section. Gotta go see Larry. Lord God, thank you so much for Cellcast being here. May have a good rest of his day. Please protect him, provide for him, and look forward to the next time we can hang out and stream together. Amen. Bye, Cellcast. Thanks for being here. Grand total of 2 chairs, but I thought it went well. Awesome. Nice.
Maybe it's a Bruce exploitation. He's in it, but I don't know if it's clips from other movies put together or something. Regardless, it doesn't matter. I've seen 2 of his official movies.
Yeah.
But because I'd never seen this, I always have seen I always saw the mirrors apart and him cut up. I thought this looks so cool, but it's it's a 70s movie. Those tend to be slower. So I just averaging my or trying to minimize my expectations. So I said nostalgia.
Good call, Francisco.
So we have 2 classics and 2 nostalgic predictions. It'll be interesting to see if those predictions come true. But first, let's get into the things we liked most about Enter the Dragon.
Best bits.
Okay.
Best bits.
So here I need to edit this part.
Come true, but first let's get.
Okay, so we're gonna edit. Yeah, I can do it right there. That's fine. And then the end of that little section. Okay, we'll do this, and then this part ungroup. Just do this one, move it up, so that way it doesn't have the extra stuff on it.
Best bits.
And now we have to mark that, and it is at 001506, and that would be likes. And having these markers makes it easier when I'm putting the show notes together later to just have the times. So I'm not having to go back and like scrub through and it's like, where is it? Where is that again? And try to locate it. I do it while I'm editing. Yes, edit mode. Oh, whoops, undo that.
Yes.
Oh, let me listen to this.
Best bits.
Yes, our best bits of Enter the Dragon. And let's begin with Bobo. What is one thing you liked about this, Bruce?
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Why are you dropping that, Paul?
Okay.
I'm still responding the same way.
Sorry.
Much better. Thank you. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Go for it, Bobo.
I'll count that as my entrance music for this segment.
Perfect.
My first.
Oh, hold on, Francisco.
Is,
oh my gosh, Paul.
Sorry.
Let Bobo go.
No, we're
we're
not gonna let Bobo go just yet, Bobo. Hold on. We forgot something.
Oh yeah, we did forget something. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I totally messed this up. And thank you for
I'll count that as my entrance music
for watching.
My first.
Oh, hold on, Francisco.
Continue, Bobo.
Oh, sorry
about this, Bruce.
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
We're not in dodgeball, Paul. Okay. Continue, Bobo.
Oh, sorry.
Much better.
Wait, where is this supposed to be?
Let's begin.
Oh, I shouldn't have said
of Enter the Dragon.
This is where I edit
Let's
it.
begin with Bobo. What is one thing you liked about
where it
this,
is.
Bruce? Oh my gosh, Paul. Oh yeah, we did. So here's the end of Edna mode, Francisco from the future.
Okay, cool.
Yes, our best bits.
Yeah, and I'll just get rid of the lead-in of best bits and all that. So all this stuff too.
Yes, our best bit.
Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. And then we'll get rid of all this. Yeah, just between those two sections.
Best bits.
Okay.
Yes, our best bits, and they are brought to you by none other than Paul J. Powers at pauljpowers.com.
pauljpowers.com.
Wow.
All right.
Now, Bobo, and then splice it into Bobo.
No.
Introduce him. Why all right.
Now.
Okay, so I'm going to say all right.
All right.
And then here I'm going to essentially edit out me and Paul's back and forth. And then I will remove Paul's audio where he says cut that after I found this spot. Ah, darn it, I missed it. Okay. Where is it?
Just gonna reintroduce him. Why
we had that whole setup with the whole
I'll just leave this whole part in. This is all good.
Yeah,
no, I'm not leaving this all in.
Just let it go.
Nope.
It's a live recording. I don't know. It's you're the captain. However you want to do it.
First like Bobo, go.
Oh, I did leave it all in? Oh no! Dang it. Francisco, why did you do that? Dang it. Now would be a perfect time for a rip. But you already got your Gravedigger. All right, so let me undo what I just did. Undo this. And now I need to find the right spot to move the introduction of Bobo into the right section. Okay, so let's try this.
And let's begin with Bobo. What is one thing you liked about this, Bruce?
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see.
Okay, so we'll do that. Now start this.
We're not in dodgeball, Paul. Okay.
Okay, good.
Continue, Bobo.
Oh, sorry.
Much better. Thank you. All right. Go for it, Bobo.
All right, and after go for a Bobo, that's where we'll
Go for it, Bobo.
Okay, and right there, cut. Now this whole section, we're going to remove. We're going to cut it. Okay, cut that section. We have this lead in. Now this is the part where we're going to have to delete it somewhere. I think this is the part.
Entrance music for the segment.
Oh, dang it. No, I need to undo that because I like him saying entrance music part. So undo that clip. Okay, so we'll do it. Go for a Bobo.
Go for it, Bobo.
I'll count that as my entrance music for the segment. My first
Right there. That's where we do it. Right there. Okay, so this is the section right here to right there. So so do a split right there. Split. This is the part right here. We're going to move it around.
And let's begin.
Okay. So we just said best bits. Okay. Then exit that. Then we have this.
It'll be interesting if those predictions come true. I played the bits, and then I'm supposed to say, here's the end of Edna mode, Francisco from the future.
Okay.
Yes, our best.
And then okay, so this section goes away.
Yes, our best bits, and they are brought to you by none other than Paul J. Powers at pauljpowers.com.
pauljpowers.com.
Okay. All right.
Now, Bobo, and then.
Okay. So we're going to cut it there. Now we're going to insert V, and let's see how this plays.
pauljpowers.com.
Okay. And let's begin with Bobo. What is one thing you liked about this, Bruce?
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
We're not in dodgeball, Paul. Okay. Continue, Bobo.
Oh, sorry.
Much better. Thank you.
I don't know. I guess it works okay. Let me do some so it's not so choppy. But let me listen to it again.
Yes, our best bits, and they are brought to you by none other than Paul J. Powers at pauljpowers.com.
pauljpowers.com.
Okay. And let's begin with Bobo. What is one thing you liked about this, Bruce?
The bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
We're not in dodgeball, Paul. Okay. Continue, Bobo.
Oh, sorry.
Much better. Thank you. All right. Go for it, Bobo.
I'll count that as my entrance music for the segment.
All right.
Now, Bobo,
this part.
Splice it into Bobo.
No, he's just going to reintroduce him. Why
we had that whole setup with the whole,
We'll just leave this whole part in. This is all good.
Yeah, all right. We'll leave it in. We'll just let it go. It's a live recording. I don't know.
Wow.
You're the captain, however you want to do it.
First like, Bobo, go.
First like is, I'll count that as my entrance music for the segment.
Wherever this is. And then we'll reduce this back. Bring this here. Have some overlap. All right. Now let's look at this.
This is my entrance music for the segment. First like is, so I don't have a lot of experience with Marshall.
Okay, I think that works. So we'll save that. And when we come back from break, we'll say goodbye. I'm not sure if there's anyone that we could go raid. We will try to raid, I think. All right. If there are any suggestions to raid, I will take that suggestion. Otherwise, we'll just be done for today. Going once, going twice. Now it's time to play nice. At least it rhymed. All right, guys. Well, we'll go ahead and hit credits then. Probably not going to be doing a raid unless I hear from one of you. Oh, go raid this person, please. But thank you so much, Paul and Poetically Christian Gamer and John and Rhizone, Cellcast, for hanging out today. And always thank you to our another one got listed for Fire Dancer. So that's interesting because Cellcast should have been listed there. So I'll have to look at that. And then our Fire Knights, thank you for your continued support. And Deb, Ken, Dustin, Flux, and our Fire Guard, Ashley, Brian, Dale, Daryl, Drew, who is here, D Tungsten, Fabulous Lomax, Geek Devotions, Joel, Mary Kay, Cool Deluxe, Redeemed Otaku, Ryan Frosted, and that's our Bobo. All right, guys. Until next time, here's your stream face.